Hello everybody, X-Ray OP here with yet another video. First one in about a couple of weeks or so, and the reason for that is laziness. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Heck, I don't do this for a living, so don't even make any money off it whatsoever. You guys can help out with that if, like, say, what am I at, 20 subscribers, and I love every last one of them. Let's see, that would make 970 more to go. Please hit that subscribe button. Anyway, so today we are doing another tier list, and yes, I have plans to do more on my channel than just Devil Fruit Concepts, which I will have one of those sometime in the near future, hopefully near future. I don't know. I've been lazy with these. I'll probably have it up tomorrow or something. Maybe next couple days, hopefully. But anyway, where was I? Okay, I forgot what I was saying before then. But anyway, oh yeah. So I've got another tier list today, and it is all One Piece Devil Fruits ranked. So I'm doing this a little bit differently than most, since I don't know. It's kind of unfair to compare, say, it's not a Zone, a Zone type Devil Fruit to a Logia. I kind of split them all up into certain categories. So yeah, here is A, B, C for Paramecia. Like best, okay, worst. Zone, best, okay, worst. Logia, best, and okay, because in my opinion, there's no such thing as a bad Logia. There are bad Logia users, but there are no bad Logias. Those are devil fruits where it's like you just gotta know how to use them. And this is a little thing for if I can't really remember the devil fruit they use. And up here is just the top 10, you know. Doesn't matter if it's Zoan, Logia, Paramecia, as long as it's in my top 10, it will be up here. And keep in mind, this is a top 10 I'm making on the fly. I can probably rethink my top 10 at a later date. So, yeah, eventually I do plan on making a top 10 favorite devil fruits list, which I won't be including any of my devil fruits on because obviously those are non canon and not non canon because none of them exist in any part of the series or outside media. At least I hope not. Otherwise, you know. But anyway, on to the tier list. We got first Alvida's Smooth Fruit. Yes, I will be referring to those in the English. I watch the dub. Get over it. So that's a Paramecia. Really, to be honest, that's probably one of the worst devil fruits in the series. So yeah, but since I can't really decide what's the worst, I won't make a top 10 worst. At least not for this. I might make a video on that later. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see that. Wait, and yeah, that is just such an awesome devil fruit power. She may not be the strongest character, but she has got an awesome Paramecia. And keep in mind, this is not a top 10 Paramecia. It's just any of them that I think are great or above. This is okay. The only top 10 is this one. Which, by the way, that fruit will not be in there. I love Baby 5, love her fruit, but no. It's a surprisingly good one, but it's just a good one. I love Bartolomeo, except for the times where he annoys me. But that's really not that much. But overall, his Devil Fruit is definitely good. It's surprisingly strong, but it's just, it's more versatile than you'd think, but it's not like ridiculously versatile. So, okay. I believe his is Paramecia fruit, the straw fruit. It's a Paramecia. Kind of acts like a Logia, but it is a Paramecia. Which, you know, this probably isn't going to be the only Paramecia on the list people mistake for Logias. Well, I think this is okay. Granted, he may use it better than most people would. So maybe that, because overall, I'm not ranking on how good someone is a user. I'm ranking on the devil fruit itself. So Luffy's devil fruit might be lower than you think. I know it probably should be right here, but keep in mind, that's kind of a coincidence of having the right user. Because as far as we know, there's only two ways to collect someone's soul. One, they have to be willing to give it up. And two, they have to feel fear towards the person who has the fruit. Like one of the awesomest moments from probably one of the most underrated arcs, Soul Cake Island. A lot of people hate that arc. I loved it. But one of the most awesome moments is when Jinbei, she tried to take his soul, but she couldn't because he was not afraid of her. It was like, I'm gonna be on the King of the Pirates crew. I can't be intimidated by a mere Emperor of the Sea. So it didn't work on him. So pretty much made the fruit useless. Like when it works, it's awesome. It's that caveat that kind of bumps it down for me. Well, he has two devil fruits. So I kind of need to just put that right there. The pocket fruit. Thing is, we did learn something about that fruit, where apparently those little pockets that are on his chin, they pretty much hold micro dimensions. And that's pretty cool. But since it's just two little pockets, we don't know if they have limits or not. I'll put it just kind of like right there. The Dorador fruit. I'm gonna put it right there. I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's great by any means. It's definitely lower on this list. And as usual, I will not be ranking these at all. They'll just be right here. Him being minor doesn't mean he has the worst fruit. He definitely doesn't. To be honest, that fruit could probably make it up here. Not up here. But thing is, I have to bump it down a little bit because again, it's like it's paired with the right devil fruit user. Now, apparently there are ways around it. Maybe I don't know. It's one of the most inconsistent fruits in the show. But apparently, one thing that is a caveat to it is if someone does not feel sexual arousal towards the person who has it, then it won't work on them. Again, there are some techniques and stuff that'll work around it. That love beam will be useless. But Hancock's the most beautiful character in One Piece. So she just got lucky with that. Okay, I should not say that given the circumstances on which she was fed, which she ate it. Yeah, I apologize. But yeah, it was just matched up with the right person. Bon Clay. I like his devil fruit. Again, this isn't based on any criteria or anything. Yeah, I know I knocked them both down a little bit because, well, they were just paired with the right person. This, as long as you practice with it and you know how to use it, it'll work. But then again, other than making you look like someone and talk like them, it really doesn't do anything else. So if you're a spy, definitely a good idea. If not, what's the point? Like I'm sure you can find uses for it, but you may look like someone, but you're not gonna be as strong as them or anything. Like you look like Big Mom. You could look like Bluno, but you're not gonna be as strong as him, unless you just already are. Yeah, you get the chance to come back to life and do everything one more time. So yeah, that is definitely plus the stuff we saw him doing Whole Cake Island. That was pretty awesome. He may have awakened his fruit. And yeah, yeah, that is an awesome devil fruit. So a surprisingly awesome character. At first, she was probably one of my least favorite characters in the series, but then once Whole Cake Island kind of kept going, we got to know her a little bit more. She's a pretty awesome character. Ugly as sin. She's pretty awesome. Let's see. Him being able to fly is cool, but that's pretty much all it's got for me. That's cool. Oh, by the way, CBR, I think they made a list with top 14 most powerful devil fruits, and they put buggies on there. Do your research. Again, that's another situation of a devil fruit being paired with the right user. Caesar Clown may not be on Vegapunk's Vegapunk's level, but he's still ridiculously smart. So he just studied gases and stuff like that and learned how to improve upon his devil fruit. If you take a normal person and then just give him the fruit, still be awesome, but and it's because of that I'll bump it down a little bit. But it probably does deserve to be right there. I'm not gonna lie. Boo. Yeah. Again, I don't think there's a single bad Logia in One Piece. Just bad users. His devil fruit's pretty awesome. Especially with Big Father. That was amazing. It was so cool. Uh, I love dogs. As far as a dog Zoan fruit, this doesn't really do it for me. I know what you're gonna say, but again, this is just a devil fruit being paired with the right user. If it was a human doing it, would either maybe give them enlightenment, I don't know, or it would do absolutely nothing. So yeah, if a human ate it, it would be useless. As far as I know. Maybe Oda did say that it would make people reach enlightenment. I have no clue, and I don't care. Reason why I don't care? None of these people are real. None of their fruits are real. You can't eat a fruit and gain powers. So, you can eat a fruit and gain good nutrients. So eat fruit. Unless they're poisonous. Let's see, Cracker. His is surprisingly good. I mean, I actually really enjoyed his fight with Luffy. I think it's one of the most underrated fights in One Piece. Kind of gets overshadowed with the best fight in One Piece, Luffy versus Katakuri. But overall, yeah, it's a really good devil fruit. Sure, water's kind of its weakness, but isn't it the weakness of all devil fruits? Especially this guy's? Yeah, again, it's a really cool devil fruit. He's actually a surprisingly good user. Like Crocodile, he may be one of the most, not most powerful, but probably the most skilled Logia users we've seen today, because we've just seen him do things we haven't even seen Admirals do with his. Again, their devil fruits are much more powerful, and they are more powerful people than Crocodile. As far as like actual like skill with their devil fruit, I think Crocodile. I can't really say he's got them beat, but like his creativity with it probably outshines theirs a little bit. Uh, Charlotte Daifuku. Well, how Genie that fights for you. That's pretty cool. It's kind of like the missing link between these two columns. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Uh, I'll keep it there. We haven't even seen what it really does yet. So, all we're saying is like hybrid human Dalmatian form. Well, Dalmatians are adorable. Well enough. I don't know, it turns them into, I believe, a bull or an ox. Can't really remember. But Either way, it's pretty strong for a regular Zoan. This is really more just because I like the Devil Fruit rather than it being like ridiculously powerful. Like overall, I'm not necessarily ranking. I forgot to mention this, but I'm not really ranking these based on like how powerful they are, but just like what I like the most. I don't really love these devil fruits too much. I don't. Oh, no, I like this one. I don't really like their devil fruits. I love Buggy, and I like his devil fruit. I just don't really like it that much. So it's gonna be down here. It's definitely gonna be the highest up down here. But I don't know why I did that because anyway, whatever. But I love all these devil fruits. I like all these devil fruits. Those are okay, but not great or really good. The flag fruit. I actually like that one. I like it. I don't love it, but I like it, especially since he uses a steel cape with it. I think it'd be surprisingly versatile if you know how to use it. I like it. Yeah, this is when this is one where Oda took a ridiculous concept and made it awesome. So yeah, granted, it might also be the fact that Doflamingo is an awesome user of it and an awakened user. Still strings and he's that powerful with them. It's unbelievable. So yeah, I really like that devil fruit. I like how Doflamingo uses it. To be honest, I surprisingly like that fruit. I don't love it, but I like it. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, his devil fruit transforms him into lightning. No matter what, that's got to be in the top 10. It is so awesome. He may not be a great user of it, but it's still an awesome fruit. I don't remember what that one does. Pretty sure it's say his paramecia. And yeah, he's One Piece's Magneto, only less charming and intelligent. So yeah, it's an awesome fruit. To be honest, if we see more of it, can I see what it can do a little bit more? Probably could make my top 10. Again, this isn't top 10 best favorites, it's top 10 favorites. So yeah. Not one of the best fruits in the series. And Bill Foxy is surprisingly creative with it. But overall, I think it's okay. Looks pretty good. I like elephants. Really, if it was in a more combat centric character, or maybe one that was actually as intelligent as he thinks he is, I think it would probably be one of the best devil fruits in. Well, okay, one of the best devil fruits in the series would be a stretch. The better devil fruits in the series. Because it's actually got a lot of potential. Because he was a surprisingly skilled user of it, except for combat. Let's see. I don't remember what hers is. Yeah, like the only thing good about Gecko Moria is how awesome his devil fruit is. And like, even if you can't get someone in a situation where you steal their shadow and make zombies out of it, you can still use your own shadow and do a bunch of cool stuff with it. So yeah, Obviously, easily. But to be honest, I'm gonna put it right there because it is one of my top 10 favorites. He's one of my top 10 least favorite villains, but his Devil Fruit is awesome. It's amazing. I actually like his. It's kind of like the superior version of Mr. Fives because he can not only turn himself into something that explodes, but he can turn anything around him into something that explodes. That's pretty cool. To be honest, probably one of them that nah, it's nowhere near the top 10, but it's probably closer than you'd think. You know, I kind of like hers. Granted, I just like Hina, so maybe that has something to do with it. Don't know. Well, definitely not grapefruit by any means, but I don't think it's one of the worst. This is okay. It's actually pretty interesting. You know, turn your hands into scissors, cut stuff around you, and then just be able to mold them however way you want. That's actually pretty cool. I actually really like the Devil, but I don't quite love it. Now, I will be ranking these later, and for now, his will probably be lower on the list, but uh, that's only because we've seen him lift stuff up and then drop stuff down. If he can move things from side to side and just kind of like do a bunch of telekinesis stuff with it, then yeah, his would probably be number one. But the I can't remember what it's called. I'm just gonna say gravity, gravity. I realize it's not the actual English translation, but it's what I'm thinking about right now. The gravity, gravity fruit. We need to see more of it for me to put it like number one or something. But it is definitely awesome. Definitely deserves top 10. Ivankov. I love Ivankov. But overall, Ivankov's fruit. I find it weird. I just I don't hate it. It's just not my favorite. I think this is good. I don't quite love it though, although it is kind of weird because he is ridiculously old. There's something about Zoan devil fruits that makes people like oversized whenever they're in their like mixed forms. I mean, seriously, you'd think it would just make Jabra like probably bigger than a wolf would be, but when he turns into like his hybrid form, he's just like a giant wolf man. Like we never saw him turn into a wolf, at least not in the anime. Maybe he did in the manga. I don't know. Lenny's Lobby was kind of like when the anime was catching up to the manga, so it's like every panel was there. Just not to the point where it had the massive um, pacing issues like what you see in like Punk Hazard or Dressrosa. So anyway, it's weird. It's very weird. So is Kaku's. I think Jack's Delver deserves to be higher than Dalton's. I'll put it there. Just one of my least favorite characters. But that wasn't awesome. It's surprisingly powerful Devil Fruit. So yeah, hate the character, love the fruit. I think it's cool. I just don't like. I don't really like how limiting it is. It's like when you're like that, your body's completely frozen. Granted, it's kind of the same with Mr. One's Devil Fruit, but like he can actually make himself move a little bit with it. He knows how to use it right. I don't remember what he does. I think it's like a turn into a bug or something. I don't remember. Kaku's right there with Jabra. Sorry, it's kind of late while I'm recording this video. To be honest, if she was given time to practice with it a little bit more and we could see it be a little bit more powerful, then I'd probably put it right here. Well, yeah, this isn't a power ranking. This is just kind of like my favorites ranking. Overall, it's kind of like the power kind of what puts it higher for me. Yeah, there's something I want to say, but I can't because it's a spoiler, so I'm just gonna leave it right there. Be like, well, Conjure's a terrible devil fruit user, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the thing is, I don't even know what his fruit is. I don't know if it's like some sort of like, I don't know, zone mixed with Zoan and Logia or something, or if it's like a like an animalistic paramecia, or we don't know what it is. So either way, it's really cool. I'll just say it's a paramecia, and I'll put it right there. We definitely, if I was ranking these, like actually like putting them in order, it would be higher up on the list. Just barely missed the cut for this. But it's just because we haven't really seen enough of it, so I don't really know how well I feel about it. Another ridiculous idea made amazing. Granted, there is the fact that Katakuri is an awesome Delph user, but it's a surprisingly powerful and versatile fruit. You know what it does is turn you into Mochi, and you control Mochi. It's crazy. And yes, it is a paramecia. It is confirmed to be a special paramecia. It mimics the properties of a Logia. However, it is a paramecia. Maybe I can do a video where I kind of go into that. I'm not really good with analysis videos, so I don't know. But Grand Line Review has something about that. Just go check out his channel. The guy's awesome. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. But yeah, he talks about this. He can explain it better than I can. Maybe I think Tekken also has a video too. Check them out. Jacket fruit. Yeah, no. To be honest, I like that fruit. I think it'd be very useful. You know, just like put something over your head, ready for work. From work, I was away there, gone forever. Next day, put something on your head, start all over. Yeah, yeah. We don't even know what it is. My money's on mythical Zoan. But for now, all we know is it gives him wings, so maybe it's Paramecia. So I will put it right there just to be sure. That one's funny. Definitely Paramecia. And it goes right there. This is going to be one of the most controversial ones. I know. Yes, that's where I'm putting it. I know. It's like, how could Luffy's be okay? Well, it's because the only reason why Luffy's so good with it is because he's had years of strength training. Granted, that might also be why Katakuri is so good with his. Maybe his is also useless without all the training. In which case, I probably should bump it down, but I'm not going to. It's just that Luffy is without a doubt one of the best Devil Fruit users in this series. However, how I'm ranking this is how I would like the Devil Fruit if I was to use it myself, and I wouldn't really even want Luffy's because he's had to go through years of strength training. He has to be ridiculously creative just to make it work. I mean, like we saw, like if you see the post-war arc, it will show you what Luffy was like with the fruit when he first got it. It was useless. It was like no help to him whatsoever, except if he got punched or something, wouldn't feel it. So Yeah, it's Luffy's an amazing character. He's an amazing devil fruit user. It's just he the reason why he's so good is because he took one of the worst devil fruits in this series. Well, maybe not one of the worst, but not a great devil fruit, and made him work and worked with it. But yeah, most people, if they eat that devil fruit, they're not gonna get as much good out of it as Luffy. So yeah, great devil fruit user, but this is a list of the devil fruits themselves. And overall, this might even be too high for Luffy's. Tuntun fruit, you can crush stuff, but that's about it. Its lack of versatility will kind of put it right there. Yes, it is a paramecia, and it is an awesome one. Magellan makes the stupidest use of it when he uses it to just eat poison and not die from it. Because then he has to be on the toilet for hours and hours and hours a day. It's stupid. But he's awesome. But the fruit's awesome. If it's a mythical zone, it's got to be on there. This is probably my least favorite of the mythical zones, but still pretty damn good. There's... Put right there. I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's great. I think it's pretty good. Fortunately, I forgot to go over the criteria before this, but I gotta take away points if something's an awakened user. Granted, I didn't really do that with Doflamingo and Katakuri, but that's because it's like, well, chances are, if you work with them a little bit, their fruits are probably pretty awesome even on their own. Well, maybe Katakuri's wouldn't be. Just that Katakuri, this might be like Luffy's situation where he probably took a terrible, useless devil fruit and made it awesome. The thing is, we don't really have any evidence towards that, so I will just kind of keep it right there. So, yeah. Well, even if it isn't awakened, being able to turn into a rhino, that's pretty good. Excuse me. Yeah. Zebra with weird hair. I think it deserves to be right here. That's a list of my favorites, not the best. It's still not one of my top 10 favorite devil fruits, though. And it's only up there just because it's Luffy's. Alright, if it's any other characters, if it was BB5's, Basil's, or even if Zoro ate it, it would still be right there. Because it's not one of my favorite devil fruits. Luffy's one of my favorite characters, so I have to give it. I'm not really ranking them based on who's my favorite character, but I'll make an exception for Luffy. Yeah, her devil fruit might be one of the worst in this series. It's even worse than his, because it's literally the inferior version of his. So yeah, pretty much all she does is raise herself up, which with the umbrella, so that's pretty creative. And that she just kind of crushes things and sits on people. So yeah, she wants to get a job as a dominatrix. Probably not, wouldn't be a bad idea. Other than that, not really a useful fruit. I want to. What's his? Yeah, I actually really liked his. I thought his was surprisingly cool. Just imagine it being the highest up on this list, or at least one of the highest up. honestly not a great user of it, but I really like his devil fruit. It is awesome. Let's see, I think this one. One thing I don't like about devil fruits is when they have to rely on somebody else. All right, this is one of the reasons why jacket fruit is right there. But I'm a very independent person. I like doing things on my own. So one where you'd have to have other people, I don't like that. No, I'm not putting it in the top 10. But it ain't far from it. Of the entire Straw Hat crew, her Devil Fruit's probably my favorite. She's not one of my favorite characters. I mean, I love Robin, but I don't think she is one of my favorite characters in the show. But outside the top 10, it's probably one of my favorite Devil Fruits because it's just so useful. I mean, yeah, most of these I'm ranking based on how much I like them for combat and stuff like that. But again, this is all just my personal opinion. I don't love these Delphers. I do kind of give some detriments because I do kind of think like, which ones would I like? I'm not an intimidating person, and I'm not a relatively amazing looking person. I'm not ugly, but you know, uh, these fruits would be useless for me. That fruit wouldn't. I'd actually really like that. I've worked at restaurants for a while. I've never really been a fast cook, so that would help. Uh, because I think it's like a spider fruit. I hate spiders. I hate this guy and his fruit. It's just like, what is wrong with him? I like his devil fruit. And there's actually kind of like a personal reason behind that. It's because for the past few years, there's been a story I've wanted to write. It's kind of like it's kind of like inspired by anime and stuff, especially One Piece. So I need to change it because it's basically a One Piece ripoff. But oh, I'm never gonna publish it or make money off of it. But basically, there's a show that I wanted to write, and one of the main characters has the ability to heat up his body. So yeah, so that's why I like his fruit. Why it kind of gets to be a little higher up because it just again this is my favorite devil fruits list. The fact that one of my he actually has something in common with one of my characters of my own thing. I just like that. Hmm. Didn't mean to grab that one. I like turtles. I'm gonna give him a few extra points because it gives him the ability to fly. Well, yeah, there are more than 5 fruits in One Piece that gives you the ability to fly. It's still pretty rare. It's another case of a character I'm not particularly fond of with an awesome fruit. I mean, like, I don't hate her as much as I used to, but I don't even hate her anymore. I actually kind of like her. I just don't like her that much. Let's see. Another character I'm not a particular fan of with a pretty awesome fruit. I do enjoy candy. To be honest, if I had to pick a fruit to eat, it might be one of it might be kind of high on the list. I don't exactly know what fruit I would eat if I had the choice, but this is definitely a contender. Not a huge Pika fan. I like Pika, but I don't love him. I don't really love any of the Don Quixote pirates. Well, I love Baby Five, but I do love Doflamingo. I don't love him as much as most people do, but I do love him as a villain. Uh, but yeah, pretty good, and his devil fruit are awesome. Yeah, I like horses. They're pretty. This one didn't end up too pretty though. The memo fruit. I like that one. It's interesting. The ability to remove people's memories or kind of edit people's memories. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I do like it. I'll put it right there. She doesn't have a devil fruit. Awesome villain. Pretty good devil fruit. So I'm gonna put it right there because sorry. Overall, we all have those moments where we want to be able to shield ourselves in a room and just scream our heads off or just be able to say something. But it's like we can't do that. With that devil fruit, we could. Like the reason why I'm always kind of soft spoken and monotone in my videos is because I'm not the only person in this house and I don't want to bother my family. But if I had this devil fruit, I could actually have as much personality on here as I do in real life. So, yeah, that's why I'm bumping it up a little bit. Definitely doesn't deserve to be here. Obviously, doesn't deserve to be here. To be honest, if this was a ranking of the quality of devil fruits and have my own personal opinions, it would probably be one of the lowest on the list. You have the ability to control fire. Wait, I'm missing one more. There's a chance he might be my least favorite admiral, but that just shows how awesome the other admirals are. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I can have two more. Right there for now. This right there for now. I think this devil fruit is devil fruit if I'm remembering correctly. Allows you to grow as big as you possibly want to be. I don't know if it makes you any smaller, but I don't know. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Well, it's good. We haven't really seen too much of what it can do, even in the manga. So, this might be one of the devil fruits that just barely made it outside of here. Let's see, there's like a lot of irony in this fruit. You want to swim on a mountain? Awesome. You want to swim through a boat, not around it, unless it's on dry land? Awesome. There's a steel floor, go for a dive. Oh, there's a pool over there. Screw you. I can't do that. So just because it amuses me, I'll put it right there. I don't know, because overall, Shiki is a canon character, but, well, I don't know if I can put him right here, because I might have to dock it from. I'm pretty sure it's canon. I'm pretty sure it's canon. Maybe not everything that he, like, nothing he did with it in One Piece Strong World is canon. But I do think his Devil Fruit is canon. Because I know Shiki himself is canon. I don't know. But definitely deserves to be there. Without a doubt. And the caveat is you have to touch something in order to manipulate its gravitational pull. And the reason why he can manipulate so much might be he might be an awakened Devil Fruit user. But overall, even if he doesn't mean you can control a significantly less amount of stuff. It's still one of the best devil fruits in the series, hands down. Not a great devil fruit in general. And Yubashiri was my favorite of Zoro's swords, and still is to this day. So, yeah, I don't like it. Or you. This is my least favorite. This might be my least favorite Zoan, because it's like, it's an aquatic Zoan. How more useless could it be? Seriously, you jump into water, then suddenly you can't swim. So, why have an aquatic Zoan? Smoker is one of my all time favorite characters. But his devil fruit just isn't great. It's okay. It's not great. Urs kind of creeps me out. The guy who loves to cook, it does kind of actually. Uh, if it would make the stuff taste like what you're making it into, then it would probably, to be honest, probably in the top 10. Because like, take anything and turn it into a delicious food that you like. But no, it's like apparently exactly know how it works. But I think whatever food you turn it into, it still tastes like what you turn it from or something. I don't really know. Well, I don't think it's as overpowered as most people think it is. It's still pretty overpowered. So while I don't like, what's her name? I can't remember her name, nor do I care. Uh, her devil fruit's pretty good. Actually, it's probably one of the scariest devil fruits in the series. His is interesting. I'm pretty sure it's a Zoan, but or maybe it's a Parameci. I can't really remember. I'll look into that later. For now, we'll consider it a Zoan. And really, it does deserve to be up there because it's like the most unique of the zones. Even when it comes to mythical, it's still the most unique. Sure, it's not like as powerful as like Kaido's or somebody, but it's still pretty cool. Yeah, I know some people probably don't. Some people hate it where I put Law on my favorite characters list because he was pretty low for where he usually is on people's lists. But yeah, Law is not one of my favorite characters, but one of his he does have one of my favorite devil fruits because that devil fruit is just undeniably amazing. It's a somewhat surprisingly strong devil fruit, but it's still. Uh, this is weird. I really like it. Pain to power. Otherwise, just there's something about it I don't like, but overall, I like the fruit. I just don't love it. Really, if his Mark fruit just has one weakness to it that pretty much makes it almost useless. You have to touch the target, then go back and throw something at it. So it's like you're doing some kind of assassination mission or something. Like, put it there. Mark 20 feet away, throw a shuriken. Gotcha! No. If it wasn't for that, you have to touch something first before you can throw stuff at it. It would probably be pretty high. But since you have to do that, and I hate Vanderdecken, again, I'm judging based on devil fruits, not characters, but I have made exceptions, and I will make one more. I actually really like her Devil Fruit. I think she's one of the more overrated characters in One Piece. I mean, don't get me wrong, Viola is awesome. I just don't love her as much as most people do. But her Devil Fruit is pretty awesome. She can just see whatever she wants, whenever she wants. Granted, so can Enel, but he has to be trained in observation hockey first. Wapple. This is one of the funnier Devil Fruits. So, yeah, obviously. I like dinosaurs. I wonder when this list is made, because none of because Kaido and his three calamities aren't on here except Jack. Maybe it predates Wano. Wait, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One of these has got to go. As you can tell, I really like Logias. What is it? Which one's gonna go? Which one's gonna go? This one definitely ain't. There's this one, and this one, or this one. Not this one. And none of these three. So it's one of these three. Hmm. Two Logias and a Paramecia. That seems like a Logia. There are a lot of Logias on this list. This is just going to show us how awesome they are. Going to knock down Sabos because this is not my definitive list. This is not my definitive top 10. I'll think about that later. So for one thing, Kaido's Fruit isn't on it because that would have easily knocked another person down. Let's see. For 10, probably Blackbeards, though I can't really understand why. 9, Pikas, so I'll keep it right there. Beards gets to go up a little bit more. Maybe I don't know about that exact place. It's a 7. I need to put this Devil Fruit there because again we just haven't seen enough of it. But basically, it's Shiki's, only can't control as much, and you don't have to touch anything. So yeah, let's see. Up a little bit. I'll keep him here because I don't know. There's just something about it that's knocking it back a little bit. I can't really tell what. Probably helps that Whitebeard's one of my all-time favorite characters. I try to judge just the devil fruits and not the users. I mean, why else would Moria be right there? Sometimes I just can't help it. I just love Whitebeard too much. I think that might be it. Yeah. Like, all of these are powers I've dreamt of having, except laws, because there would have been no way in God's earth that I would ever be able to dream of that kind of power. But, like, being able to swallow stuff up with a black hole, turning into a rock and controlling mountains, doing cool stuff with shadows. gravity, light, ice, lightning, shock waves, and just like telekinesis, sort of, in a way. Those are just, they're all powers I myself have wanted to have. So, yeah, that's just how it is. That is how it is. So, yeah. So, there's my list today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Click the bell notification to be notified every time I post a video. Again, share. Spread this video to other people. Let them know about X-Ray OP and help me grow my channel. But anyway, love you guys, and adios.